When we think about great leaders, we usually picture them right at the front of the line, leading the charge, getting the best to the best. But what if the greatest act of leadership isn't about being first, but about choosing to be last? Today we're going to dive into a story that does just that.
And this verse, it sets the stage perfectly. It's asking us to look really closely at the lives of our leaders, not just their big wins, but the outcome of their whole way of life. And we're about to meet a leader whose final choice reveals a character that is absolutely worth imitating.
So I want you to just imagine the scene for a second. The years of struggle are finally over. The promised land has been conquered, and this massive, painstaking job of dividing up the territory for every single tribe in Israel, it's finally done.
I mean, this was a huge undertaking. We're talking about defining the future of an entire nation here. Every family, every tribe, they all have their piece of the promise. The job is complete. You can almost feel this collective sigh of relief, of a promise finally fulfilled.
So after everyone else, and I mean everyone, has been taken care of, only 2 men are left to get their personal reward. And listen, these aren't just any 2 guys. This is Caleb and Joshua, the 2 original spies who had faith from the very beginning, the heroes who led the people all the way to this victory.
Now you'd think the commander-in-chief, right? The guy who ran the whole show, he'd be honored first. That just makes sense. But what happened next was, well, it was completely unexpected. And this is where the story gets really interesting.
Get this. Caleb, a true hero, he gets his portion of land first, and then dead last. After every single tribe and family in the entire nation has their inheritance, the commander-in-chief, Joshua himself, finally gets his.
This isn't just some historical trivia, It's a deliberate choice that just hangs in the air with this massive question. Why? Why would a victorious leader choose to be last? What does that tell you about power, about leadership, when the person in charge makes sure everyone else is served before he even thinks about himself?
Well, the key to unlocking this whole thing, this profound act of humility, is actually hidden in plain sight. It's not in some big speech or a fancy monument. Nope, it's in the name of the specific town that Joshua asked for.
See, he didn't just get handed a random plot of land. The text is very clear. They gave him the town he asked for. His choice was specific, and that place was called Timnath Serah.
And this is the real kicker. The name of the town is a message all by itself. If you want to understand Joshua's heart, you have to understand what Timnath Serah actually means.
Okay, so let's break this down. The first part, Timnath, comes from the Hebrew word manah, which means an assigned portion. Simple enough. The second part, Serah, comes from Serah, and this means what was left over, or what remains. So you put those 2 together, and the name of the town he chose literally means the assigned portion of what remained.
Let's just let that sink in. Joshua, the leader of the entire nation, the conquering general, specifically requested the leftovers. He looked at everything that had already been divided up, saw what was still there, and said, "That one. I'll take that."
I mean, think about the contrast here. He could have had anything. A major city, the most fertile land, and nobody would have blinked an eye. He'd more than earned it. But instead, what did he choose? A modest town, maybe even a place in ruins that he'd have to rebuild himself. He deliberately chose what was left.
This single act, this one choice, is a total masterclass in leadership. It just flips our whole understanding of leadership from being about privilege to being about service. It's just a powerful picture of his true character.
So what does this choice really show us? Well, first, he waited. He let everyone else go first. Then, he chose a humble place, a place that would require work. And this is so important. This city was near Shiloh, which was where the sanctuary was. His priority wasn't wealth or comfort. It was being close to God and living a simple life focused on what really mattered.
And this incredible servant mindset wasn't unique to Joshua. We see the exact same heart in King David's prayer. He didn't ask for riches or fame or power. He asked for one thing, to just be in God's presence. It's this powerful reminder that for truly great leaders, the ultimate prize isn't material at all. It's spiritual.
Joshua's story completely reframes what we think of as success or a reward, doesn't it? It challenges every one of us to think about a different kind of leadership, one that's defined not by what you get, but by what you willingly give up for the sake of others. It leaves us with this question: what does it really mean to lead, when the greatest prize is making sure everyone else has already received theirs?